Hey guys, I know this channel is primarily for PCOS, and that's why I'm sure a lot of you subscribed, and I really appreciate it. Today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about another medical condition that I have that doctors haven't been able to diagnose. But before I get into that, I want to update everybody on what's been going on the past 9 months since I last made a video. So I know in my last couple videos I was talking about doing keto, and I was super excited and it was working, and I was feeling really good. Unfortunately, I had to stop. As you can see, I haven't really lost any weight. If anything, I've probably gained. But that's not really discouraging me. The reason for stopping was for medical reasons. It was because of what I'm dealing with right now, or I've been dealing with for the past 12 plus years. So I have been dealing with a pain in my side that has caused a lot of really bad concerns for me regarding my health. And it's taken a really, really long time to get a proper diagnosis, and we unfortunately still don't have one. So the diagnosis I was originally given, I should say I was first given back in 2017, was my gallbladder. And I think I spoke about that in a previous video, and I had that removed, and then I was still in pain. I've had multiple tests run, and not a single doctor that I've seen over the last 12 years has been able to figure out what exactly it is. It's so random. There's no association with what I eat, drink, do. I'll have it where it wakes me up out of a dead sleep at night at 2 o'clock in the morning. It would happen when I was in school, when I was at work, and, it's just so random, and it's really, really frustrating not having an answer. And it's the type of pain is scary, to be honest with you. It's a stabbing pain that it basically, the only thing I can really relate it to or compare it to would be like the feeling of a knife being stabbed into you and just dragged, and it moves. So it'll be in my side at first, and then it'll go into my back, and then into my chest. And when it's in my chest, it feels like what I would imagine a heart attack feels like. I can't breathe. It's kind of like stunning, and it's scary. So recently, like within the past couple months, I saw a doctor, was explaining my symptoms, and he was super sure that it was a thing called acute intermittent porphyria. And from there, I had more tests run, and frustratingly enough, they came back normal. And he just seemed so sure that that's what it was. And, unfortunately, it's such a rare and unknown disease that tests can actually come back normal, and yet you still have it. And if it is in fact what I have, then simple things like a low carb diet, intermittent fasting, exercise, strenuous activity, stress, physical and mental, all of those things can set me off in an attack. And that's been the hardest thing, is trying to pinpoint what exactly is triggering it. The only thing that is concerning to me and kind of making me think that it's not porphyria is that, my attacks aren't like the ones that other people who have porphyria have. So a lot of people talk about, when they talk about AIP or, acute intermittent porphyria, is that they, their attacks kind of build up in a way. So over the course of a few days, and then they have a massive attack, and, they end up having to go to the ER. Well, mine, they come on so suddenly, there really is no precursor to the attack. and it can literally last anywhere from a few seconds, less than a minute, to a couple days, depending on, how bad it is. And when, on the attacks that I've had that have lasted a couple days, they come in waves, so like I'll have an attack, it'll go away, and then a few hours later I have another one, and then another one, and another one, and I end up can't sleep, I can't sleep. And it doesn't matter what position I lay in bed or anything like that, like I'll all of a sudden feel it, and I have to get up. I have to, move around, or the only thing that I've really found that's helped is drinking water or any like non-carbonated beverage. And that's super frustrating because of the fact that it's so random. I've been trying to get into the habit of wherever I go, I bring water with me. Whether it's grocery shopping, whether it's, going to work or anything like that. Because if I go into an attack, I literally have to stop what I'm doing to drink water, to do something. And I go into like this frantic, oh my God, I need water. And it's super frustrating, and just, I honestly, I don't even know what to do anymore about it, because this has been going on for so long that, it's just not a good thing. So that's kind of what I've been dealing with, and that's why I stopped doing keto, just in case, if it is porphyria, because doing a diet like that can put me into an attack. And it's heartbreaking, because, it seemed like keto was kind of the answer to finally being able to drop the weight, and seeing, my best friend dropping so much weight so quickly, between her and her soon-to-be husband. They ended up losing over 180 pounds altogether between the two of them. And I'm super proud of her, and I couldn't, be more happy for her finally, being healthy and loving the way she is. And same thing for her husband, or, fiance. And then seeing a few other of my friends who've done keto and succeeded, and, they do amazing. And it's frustrating for me because of the fact that I can't be with them. I can't do that and get, that, and be able to feel that way. So it's really, really frustrating. I've been doing really poorly watching what I eat and kind of monitoring that, but, it's something that I am going to be working on over the next, while, is trying to make sure I'm eating certain, the right healthy things versus, going out to eat or ordering food all the time, or, eating greasy, crappy stuff, or drinking pop. Drinking pop is kind of like my go-to every time I eat. So it's really, really frustrating, but, it's a work in progress, and I'm really hoping, I'm hoping that over the next couple of days or weeks, I'll have a really good announcement for all of you. I'm going to try a little bit better to keep up on the videos and keep up doing these, and, keep updating you guys on how I'm doing. But, yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on, and the purpose of this video, and the reason why I'm talking about this, is if you guys have something going on, I think I've mentioned it before, I really can't stress enough pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing to make sure that you guys get it figured out. And I think that's the most frustrating thing for me, is that there's no answers. No doctor can give me a single answer as to what's going on, because all of these tests are coming back normal. But I continue to, push and push and push, and make sure that these tests are being done, and they're being done correctly, and, I'm getting the answers I want out of a doctor, or I should say the answers that I need, even if it's not, even if they tell me everything's normal, I try to keep on them about, okay, well, what else could this be? You know, everything's showing up normal, but my body is telling me that it's not normal. You know, I know that it's not normal to be in severe pain randomly. So that's kind of what this video is all about, is just a simple fact of, you know, listening to your body versus, you know, having a doctor tell you, yeah, you're fine, you're, you know, it's probably just because of your weight, or, you know, I've had people tell me, oh, it's gas. No, you don't have gas for 12 plus years that causes this severe pain randomly. Like, that just doesn't make sense in any way, shape, or form. And I could be wrong, who knows, but to me that doesn't make sense. And it's a work in progress, but you guys need to make sure that you know what's going on with your body, that you know what's right and what's wrong in terms of, you know, how you should be feeling. And, you know, if you have pain, be able to articulate it. You know, I kept a log for like 2 months, and in those 2 months I had over 30 attacks in 2 months. So that was super frustrating. But I kept a log of, you know, when it happened, how long it lasted, you know, where the pain was on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad the pain was. And then I showed all of that to my doctor, and I was like, look, this isn't normal. This is not something that somebody my age, or anybody, and for that matter, no matter the age, should be going through. And, you know, that's just what I want all of you to do. If you have something going on, get it checked out. Don't wait. Don't, you know, if one doctor tells you that it's because of something, you know, that you don't think it is, keep on them about it, or switch doctors. You know, it gets pricey, don't get me wrong. I am in a lot of debt from, you know, medical bills, but keep on it. Don't let them just sit there and say it's because of your weight. Switch doctors. You know, get all, you know, request all different types of tests. Do whatever you can. And I know, especially in this day and age, at least for, you know, a lot of people in the US, if there's any international subscribers out there, hi. You know, make sure that even if you don't have insurance, I would still get it checked out, especially if it's something severe like mine is. I know a lot of doctors won't accept you if you have insurance, or they charge, you know, a crap ton of money, but I would still do whatever you can to get it checked out. Or at least, you know, in the time that you don't have insurance, if it's only going to be for a month or two or whatever, keep a log. No matter what's going on with your body, keep a log with every single change, every single thing that you're not sure about. So then when you do go to the doctor, you can finally, you know, you can sit there and say and show them on paper, be like, look, this is what's been going on. You know, this is what I've been dealing with, you know, whether it's pain, whether it's, you know, any symptom really. Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to make this video about. I know a lot of you have been requesting updates, and I'm sorry, it's been crazy. I'm going out of town in October, and I'm going to be gone for 10 days. My neighbor's boyfriend is telling me to leave. So, you know, definitely get it checked out, do whatever you can, and don't always just go for the first opinion. And I think that's kind of what kept me from really pursuing what this pain was the first couple years, because I had so many doctors just tell me, oh, it's because of your weight. And I truly believed, well, okay, cool, if I lose weight, then, you know, this pain's just going to go away. Well, guess what? I lost 30, 40 pounds, and I was still in pain. And I'm like, and it was just as intense, if not more, than what I was dealing with before I lost the weight. And that is just, it's the worst feeling in the world. And especially to have to prove a doctor wrong with that, to me, is kind of sad. I feel like doctors should truly listen to their patients. And I think that's something that I dealt with a lot of different doctors, was they weren't listening to me. You know, I'm sitting here telling them my symptoms and telling them what I'm going through and how severe it is, and it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other. Like, I'm sorry if you know, there's any doctors watching this, but, you know, I'm going to call some of you out. And if you do that, stop. Listen to what your patient is telling you. I believe in treating patients as if they're your family members. You know, if a family member came to you and said, hey, something's wrong, you're going to want to get it figured out. I don't care if you think they're lying or, you know, whatever, but you're going to want to get it figured out. And that's what I feel like a lot of doctors, they just don't care. All they care about is a paycheck, or, you know, the experience of, you know, oh, I've seen X amount of patients and whatever. That doesn't matter to me. And I'm sure it doesn't matter to a lot of you guys, obviously, because, you know, you're paying money out of your pocket for this insurance, and you're paying for copays, and you're paying for whatever. And yet, here's a doctor that's not listening to you. You know, my copays, I was paying $30-$40 for, you know, a normal doctor. Specialists were like $50 to $60. And that was really frustrating for me, to see all these doctors and for them to just sit there and not listen to what I'm telling them. And, you know, I can't even scratch the surface with how frustrating that is. And I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way with, you know, how, if you've been through it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the same goes for the PCOS. You know, a lot of doctors will sit there and write off weight gain to, oh, you're not exercising, oh, you're not, you know, you're not doing, you know, you're not eating right, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. No. There's something else going wrong. There's a reason why I'm gaining so much weight, and it's not because of, you know, lack of exercise or poor diet. It's because of, you know, this chemical imbalance that's happening in your body. And doctors just don't want to listen to it. They just don't care. Especially doctors that, you know, have been in the field for years and years and years and years and years and think that they've heard and seen it all. No, you really haven't. I can tell you this much. There are, as far as I've seen or researched, there are no acute intermittent porphyria doctors, specialists in the Chicagoland area. None. I don't think there's any in Illinois or Wisconsin. I don't know about Indiana, but I've looked, and I think the closest one was maybe like Missouri or some insane state like that that's just too far for me to drive. And it would be too expensive for me to fly, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this video. I know it's kind of a long 18, almost 20 minutes. But I appreciate all the support that you guys have shown me since I've started this channel, and I want you guys to know that, you know, I really do truly appreciate it. And every subscriber that I get, every comment on my video, every view is just super important to me. Every time, I want you guys to share. I want you to share these videos and, you know, take them to heart. Think about your own life, and or even your friends' lives or anything like that, and take them to heart and use them in your experiences, if that makes sense. So that's all I have for you guys now. Yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'm going to get home and relax and enjoy the weekend. So I hope you guys have a great day and great weekend, and yeah, bye.